y'all? This is your boy Sheriff Speaks, man. Right now, I want to talk to you guys about Supergirl season 4, episode 3, Man of Steel. And I gotta be honest with you, man. This episode gave me a lot of mixed feelings, man. Only because I understand, what this episode was trying to, with the theme of the episode, what it was trying to, the story it was trying to tell. In this episode, we pretty much get a backstory as to how Agent Liberty came to be. And I like the way the timeline goes. It goes from 14 months to 12 months to 4 months into 2 months. Now, 14 months ago, a man by the name of Ben Lockwood, was an esteemed college professor at National City University. Had a good, well-paying job. He loved everybody. He really wasn't so one-sided on everything. But his father losing his job, and his father, seeing Supergirl's press conference about, aliens and being kind to alien kind and things of that nature, really, his father's prejudice really took a turn for him. And it was really cool to actually see Xander Berkeley, aka Gregory from The Walking Dead, on this episode. I heard of him being starring in an episode of this season, but I wasn't sure which one it was. But seeing him was pretty cool. But anyway, the father, was very like I said, prejudiced of alien people of alien kind, and of course, Ben, you said, look, man, I don't share that same ideology as your dad. Look, they're just trying to do things. They're just trying to help us out. Supergirl is with Supergirl is with us. They're not here. They're not threatening. They're not a threat to us. Not any of that. And so his father's like, all right, okay, so maybe, but what are they really doing for us? Because his father used to worked in the steel industry for so long. It was his livelihood. It was his livelihood. In the day that I guess I believe the company was called NTC or something like that, or NTS, one of the two, beat out his father's company. And that pretty much just laid off all his workers and his father included. And then when that happened, that really just took it over the worst. And then, fast forward a little bit, his father kept trying to tell Ben, like, hey, listen, man, you keep talking to people, man. What is that ever gonna do? You gotta be able to learn how to stand up on your own 2 feet, be a man, and take charge. Talking can only do so much. And so Ben decides, yeah, what, my father's right, because during the Daxamite invasion of Rain, things of that nature, that's when things started taking a turn for the worse even more. His father ends up, purposely going back into the steel building where he once worked. A steel beam falls on him during the Daxamite invasion and ends up killing him. And his father's final words is, "Look, be the man that I raised you to be. Take care of your family. Stand on your own 2 feet." And then all of a sudden, that his father's prejudice, pretty much just like cloaked him like a symbiote. And unfortunately, he brought that same prejudice and spread it amongst, his students at his university. And that eventually, they pretty much gave him the boot, and he was pretty much just down on his luck. He even went to Catco. He even talked to James for like a little bit. He said, "Look, man, did you know homeowners insurance does not cover an alien invasion? Me and my family, people like us, man. Like we're down on our asses right now, man. We need your help. Like, how come Kako hasn't talked about those people?" And James said, "Well, we have. I mean," he said, "Yeah, at the very back end of the news article. Like, why it's not in like the front page news? And it's not just me that's being affected by this. Everyone is. And that just really just set him off, man. And I mean, who wouldn't? Like I said, I have mixed feelings about this episode because I can relate to that. There are a lot of people that suffer because everyone else's, other people's, actions. And they're not really held accountable for it. But in this case, it's the aliens and things of that nature. So I really understood the theme of this episode, and it's really clear. It really hit close to home for me. I really enjoyed the episode and so forth. But to see basically how he descended into his own madness, he receded into his own prejudice like that, is what really really wowed me. Because when he gets booted from the university after one of his students walks out, he blames one of his students, female, alien, while she's at a bar with one of her classmates, one of her friends. Supergirl steps in, but as Kara, she stops him from getting physical with her, and then he's out on his ass again. He takes a beer after his father gets killed with his friends. They torch, the new steel building, killing one of the damn aliens that caused an attack earlier. Because mind you, Ben was this really all loving kind of person. You know, he was trying to stop his father's crew from discriminating against an alien. These couple aliens working across at another steel mill. You know, and it was then when an alien accidentally by his biological defense mechanism shot one of his spikes and hit him in the shoulder, and I think that's when it caused psychologically to break for Ben. You know, he said, "All right, man, fuck this. My dad was right. You guys need to go." And so, like I said, it further increased his recedence into his own prejudice, father's prejudice. And it wasn't until his father died, that he went to go see Lena Luthor, and he really felt like that Lena Luthor and people like her and things of that nature really just said, to hell with the past. They modernize everything. Like, like, look, the past is the past and the future is the future. This is now and it's going to stay here. And he just felt like, the past matters too. Like, why isn't anyone taking up their past? Why isn't the past being acknowledged? And so in other words, this episode really just pretty much just tackled, modernization versus, the past, and, a man just being down on his luck, and then forming his own little hate group, to death with aliens. And so we see pretty much present day where Supergirl, first of all, we see Supergirl falling out of the damn sky, from last week's episode, and that continues. So John tries to go find her. He flies and he saves her. But, she's hit with so much of that damn kryptonite that she's on the brink of death, literally. So at the very end of the episode, Lena Luthor gets this little box and puts her in a very self-detained, indefinite containers to keep her alive for now until they can disperse and get rid of the kryptonite. Now, mind you, the guy that let the kryptonite disperse in the first place was a DEO agent, and Misty, you know Graves wanted to handle him right then and there, but he said but Ben's like, hey, listen, we don't kill our own. I'm sure since he got us in, he can get us. If he got us out, he can get us back in. And so it was really so. This episode was really interesting. To see a man really, everyday man, common man, work for his family, take care of his family, and then to, go through what he went through. I mean, hey, I get it, but I do feel like, he shouldn't have gone to the deep end. I mean, even his own former boss, the dean of the damn universe, said, I think no, it was Lena who said, he's like, look, because she went to his father's funeral, and she said, look, I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to start a fund in your father's name. He said, no, thanks, I don't need that. And she's like, look, I saw the path that you went down. My brother went down the same path. Don't do this. And so I'm really looking forward to next week's episode to see how the continuation of Agent Liberty goes. This has been your boy Sugar Speaks. I love you guys. Wish you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. If you guys have any requests on what videos you guys want me to go and do, let me know in the comment section below. This has been your boy Sugar Speaks. Peace and love.